and welcome back. We have been talking about ghost weddings in our last two episodes. As strange as this may seem, sometimes life puts us in a situation where we become desperate to try and find any solution to the problem at hand. Let me share this incident with you. My mom was born and brought up in a small town in south of India. This incident happened when they were in their mid-20s. She had a very close friend of hers living in the same neighborhood, and they used to meet almost every day. There was a young man who used to follow them around everywhere. He was very much in love with my mom's friend. He even proposed to marry her, but my mother's friend wasn't interested. So she kept ignoring him and his requests. The man never gave up. So one day he went to her parents and he requested to get their daughter married to him. Her parents told this young man that she was already engaged to one of their close friend's son, and they were in the process of finalizing a wedding date and venue. On hearing this, the young man was heartbroken. He begged them, he pleaded them, but he had no luck. On the wedding day, this young man took his own life by hanging himself at his residence. It was very tragic. On that day, there was one family that was mourning and another family that was enjoying the wedding festivities. That very night, after the wedding, at the cake ceremony, my mom's friend collapsed, only to wake up the next morning looking lifeless and extremely pale. She would just lie on her bed, staring at the ceiling. She wouldn't talk to anyone or eat or drink. So her parents called the doctor home, but his medication was of no use at all. 2 more days passed and she was even more weaker now. Her parents didn't know what to do. One of the relatives that was visiting asked if this had anything to do with the young man that had passed away. Her parents did not believe in paranormal beings, but they were so desperate to get their daughter out of that state, they were ready to do anything and try anything. So they called a priest home. It was then that girl spoke, but in a man's voice. She yelled, asking the priest to get out of the house. Her parents explained everything to the priest that had happened, and then they went and met the grieving family and they told them everything, and they were kind enough to agree to go ahead with the ghost wedding. So they arranged a log and they put the deceased person's clothing and accessories on that log, which represented the young man who had passed away, and they completed the wedding ritual. The moment the wedding ritual was complete, the daughter fell backwards unconscious. The log that represented the deceased person was cremated. When she woke up, she was herself. Yes, she was very weak and it took her many days for her to recover. She told her parents that on that night at the cake ceremony, she vaguely remembers a smoky-like figure which looked like the deceased person. She doesn't remember anything else after that. After she recovered, she moved on to start a new life with her husband. Her husband's family, who had seen all of this, they were kind enough to put everything behind and start a new, fresh life. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to click on subscribe and hit the bell button if you haven't already. We'll be back with more. Have a great day.